Morning everyone, how's everyone doing? Big day today in Makerfeild, massive day. It is, everyone's saying it's one of the biggest by-elections in a long time, and I think it is. I think this is huge. This is a massive change in politics. It could go two ways really, but I mean, I think the big thing in this is reform. Pardon me. Reform versus restore today. That's where it's all going to be. I went down yesterday. I went to Makerfeild yesterday, handing out leaflets and that with a few guys, really nice guys. I saw Mark Wright. I didn't go over. He's quite busy. A lot of publicity in that now. So I left him to it. He's a funny fellow though. Some good stories about him. He's a clever guy. He knows what he's talking about anyway, which is great. Very clever guy. Yeah, I went down handing leaflets out, and I had one running really with a reform guy kicking off about splitting the vote, and I'm like, oh, no worries, you know, I'm not gonna waste your time. And he kept having a go, so I ended up thinking, well, I'll just have a chat with him and see if I can get through to him. And I feel like I did. I think he felt a bit silly at the end of it, because I was like, you're probably one of those guys that was saying the same thing for the Conservatives 2 years ago. And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, I bet you started having a go at all the reform voters saying they were going to split the vote, and it's impossible to start a party up from scratch back then, and now you're here with reform plastered all over your house, spouting the same thing to someone that was sort of on the right path back then. And he started laughing, and he was like, I was lad. And I was like, what are you doing? You're not learning your lesson? And he's like, too late, you need to back down. I said, it's never too late, mate. This is just the start. You've no idea how big this is. And I just said before I went, I said to him, if Rupert stands down now, he's as bad as Nigel Farage, because he'll lose the trust in all the people that are following him. The man has to stay, because he'd let everyone else down. At least everyone's got a chance to vote. These guys all have a chance to vote for a party that they truly believe in, for a leader that they trust. So he's not to stand down. I don't want him to stand down. Anyway, I went down the leaflet in the next door, literally next to this guy, and went to put the leaflet through the letterbox, and the door was slightly aside, so I'll just put it on the carpet. The door opened. I was, oh sorry, I was just, because your door was open. He's like, it's alright mate. He's like, who's this for then? And I was like, oh, it's for Restore Britain. And he's like, oh yeah, I've seen you guys. And he's like, all right, yeah, we met Rebecca. She was round the other day. She's a lovely lady. My wife got on really well with her. I had that from another guy down the road as well, which was funny. And I said, oh yeah, she's very busy today. She's a little under stressed and that, bless her. But she's been busy. And he said, so go on, why do you think Restore Britain? And so I said, I'm Hayden from Southport. I come to give my time today. I've drove up in my own car because I believe that Rupert Lowe has got me trust. Yeah, I've just got a tractor coming, guys. Out early today. It looks like he's getting his nitrogen on the fields. Probably for the grass. There's a lot of turf fields around here now, which is, it's a shame. They're nice, the turf fields, because you get to let the dogs have a good run on them sometimes. And my daughter likes doing cartwheels on them. You have like a little picnic blanket, you know, on the weekend, if it's a lovely day. Come out here and listen. It's just nice and quiet, you know, in the morning. But it's like this all day on the weekends when they're not out on the tractors. What was I going to say? Sorry, yeah. So I was talking to this guy saying, you know, Maiden, I'm from Southport. Obviously, what happened a few years ago is close to home. My daughter was actually friends with some of the girls that were involved in the attack, and I was like, you know, I followed Reform, I voted Reform in the general election because of what the Conservatives had done. Like, basically what they had done was everything they said they weren't going to do, which made me realise that it doesn't matter if you're left or right, they are all in the same mix. They're all doing the same thing because they keep doing the opposite of what you want. It's what they want, or sorry, what they're told to do. And you're made to want it, if that makes sense. So I was like, I'll never vote Conservative again. At the time, I even said it myself, don't trust Rupert, sorry, take that back, I don't trust Nigel Farage. But, you know, he was the best of the bad bunch. I knew he's a star, gave us hope, and he was spouting the stuff I wanted to hear. Whereas the others weren't, and he was saying it loud and clear, basically. And then when he got in, well, he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything of what he said. In fact, he backtracked. He said it was a political impossibility to do some of the things that he was doing. He said he was going to look into the grooming gangs and never did. At the time, Rupert was in Reform. Rupert started digging down the rabbit hole and understood how bad it was. And then that was basically his job. He was just digging deep, finding all these disgusting things that were happening to young girls and women. And it was infuriating him. So he was talking about mass deportations of families involved in the grooming acts, which means even if they weren't part of the acts, if they knew about it and hid it, they were to be deported as well. So get rid of the families, all of them involved. We don't want that in our country. And I thought that was brilliant. Nigel didn't. He booted him. He politically assassinated the man. He made up a load of lies that have all been told. You know, they've all been brought out as lies. He admitted to what he'd done, and everyone carried on. And I was like, I can't understand it. And he also brought in a load of Tories that created the problem that we've got now, that is not good for our children. And that's why I believe Rupert Lowe is the man. And I don't want him to stand down, because if Rupert stands down, then how am I supposed to support this man for the next 3 years? And I said, I understand your neighbour's very angry that Rupert's not standing down, but he's got to understand that he's doing, by not standing down, he's doing what Nigel Farage can't do. He's not giving up. He's not getting bullied out of a spot, of a position. And the more they get riled up by the media and that, the more I know that Nigel is the establishment and Rupert Lowe is going against it. And that's why he has my full support. So he says, well, I don't actually vote. I was like, oh, right, okay. He says, but my wife, she's a bit split at the moment. And I was like, I understand you don't vote. I've got a few friends that are like that. But my advice to you is, if you're nervous and unhappy with the situation that's going on in the world, just know that that is down to politics. That is the voting. And yes, they have done everything that we've not asked them to do. And that is why now is so important to vote, because Rupert is the man who will get these things sorted. He will sort it all out, and everyone that's involved in all this, he will make them accountable. The problem that we've got is they've been making these deliberate mistakes. They're doing it all on purpose. They know it's bad for us, but good for them. Rupert Lowe will take them all down, all of them. They'll all get punished, so this never happens again. That is why Rupert has my full support. If he stands down now, Rupert, you will lose me. I'll never ever vote ever again for any other party going ahead. Because if Rupert cannot do this, if Restore Britain cannot fix this country the way that they're saying they are going to do, and I have the trust that I have in me now for this political party, and I was surrounded by a lot of patriots yesterday that that think exactly like me. If Rupert stands down, or if he doesn't do the things that he says he's going to do, there will be no trust in the political system ever again, and not one person will stand in my fucking way to bring it down. Do you understand me? That is how important your vote is today for Rupert Lowe. If he doesn't get in 2029, or if he does get in 2029 and doesn't do the things he says he's going to do, then the whole system will collapse. It will burn in flames. It'll be insane, like the mess, because there will be absolutely no trust between the working class and the elites that are supposed to be protecting us and helping us. It will all come out. So it's so important that you go out today and vote for Rupert. If you're undecided between, I don't know, you could be undecided between Andy Burnham and Rupert Lowe. If you are, you need to vote for someone you genuinely believe is going to make a difference. Rupert Lowe has been doing the grooming gangs inquiries now, and he released all the documentation the other day, and it's disgusting if you get a chance to read it. I've not read it all, I've only seen snippets, but if you do, just know Rupert Lowe did that. He did that with no government fundings. He did that with the support of the people that believe in him. That is something that's been happening for years now, and not one political party that has millions and millions and millions behind them to do these things ever bothered to do it. That's how important Rupert Lowe is. So you need to understand, this man really can change the way that this country is. I trust him. I'm following my gut, and my gut keeps telling me to trust this man. And I've never trusted a politician before, never. And he's got some real good people behind him. Real genuine people that do care about this country. They're all backing him, which says a lot as well. So please, today, if you're undecided, just go with your gut, go with your heart. And if you're a Reform voter and you're worried about splitting the vote splitting right now, 3 years before a general election, before new leadership is there. Right now, vote splitting, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You'll get the same shit for the next 3 years from a different man sat in 10. If he gets in, they keep saying he's going to get in, but I don't think he will. I honestly don't think he will. I don't think Keir Starmer will let him. So just remember, like, go with your gut, go with your heart. If you're looking at that piece of paper and you're undecided between Restore and Reform, vote for the one that you trust the most. Vote for the one that you know will do the most for this country. And if you don't know Rupert Lowe that well, you need to just have a bit of time today just to have a look into him and see what he's actually done for this country, because he has done a lot more than Nigel already, and Nigel's been a man in power. Nigel keeps saying he's going to get Keir Starmer out. He said it at the local elections. Keir Starmer's still in there. He never got Starmer out. He's not going to get Starmer out now. He's not going to get Burnham out. What Nigel's saying about vote splitting and that, it's bullshit. You need to go with your heart. Don't let them scare you into believing these things. Don't let them fear tactics work. They use it all the time, but we're past that now. We're not scared anymore. We see what they're playing. Vote with your heart. Do what you think is right for your kids, for your wives, for your parents, for your friends. Vote from the heart. Just go with your gut. Follow your instinct. You'll know. But I honestly believe with all my heart that Rupert Lowe is the man. He's the man that's going to make the big changes. Anyway, look, good luck today. Whatever you vote for, I hope it's a good vote, and I hope it does make a good change for this country, because we need it. I really do. But I personally believe that Rupert Lowe is the man to vote for. He's the man that's going to make the change. He's the man that's doing the things that these politicians can't do. So yeah, take care, have a great day. If you see this and you're in Makerfeild, if you see me around, give us a handshake, and I'll give you a handshake back. I love conversations. I was chatting to everyone yesterday, it was lovely. Look, have a good one, and take care. Big day, I'm excited. I'm gonna go and get myself all ready now. And yeah, if you see this, I'll see you there. It should be, if you're unsure about going as well, I think it's at Haydock Park, so get down there, just show your support. Let's show them we're not just an online base. You know, we're genuine people concerned about the future of this country. We need to be there, we need to be there. It's a massive day. Honestly, this is probably bigger than a bloody general election. Honestly, this is huge, especially for Restore Britain. If you're a Restore Britain voter and you see this video, please get yourselves down to Haydock Park today. Come on, I'll see you there. Take care, bye.